Good day, happy travelers. Seven Continents Travel Agency here today, talking about shore excursions in Loch Ness, Scotland. So if you're watching this, you're one of two people. One, you are booked on a cruise and it's going to Loch Ness and you want to see what shore excursions are available, or you are thinking about booking a cruise that makes a stop and you want to see what's available. So the purpose of this video is to get you that information. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity make it pretty difficult to see what's available unless you have booked. So we'll cover pricing, if there's any mobility concerns, any sales, and the time, the departure time, as well as the duration time for you here. So in Loch Ness, we have a few options that are available, and some things that may catch your eyes is one, some things are already sold out. We're looking at this in January. The cruise leaves in 5 months and a couple items are already sold out. And another thing is you got 10, 15, and nothing % off. So those prices fluctuate very much like a stock market, perhaps very much like a gallon of gas. It goes up, goes down, excursions fluctuate. If you're accustomed to the Carnival, you're pretty used to stable prices. If you book it, it pays to pay attention. You can save some money. So let's hop into what's available here. Leisurely Scotland is first up. $124 per adult, $88 for kids is the price right now, based on 10% savings. And leisurely, 8.5 hours leisurely. 9 a.m. is the departure time. All the words that you see on the left-hand side, that is kind of describing you a little bit of the history, what you will experience, important details. I don't read this verbatim. I'm not a bot, but you can leverage that pause and you can read there. It just lets you know that, hey, it's going to take you about 45 minutes to an hour to head out. There'll be shopping. There'll be some stops mentioned. And then to head back to the boat, there will be also a 1 hour drive. So there'll be some walking. So if you have folks in your group that have some mobility concerns, these are the words you want to read to make sure that, hey, if you're investing the money, it will be enjoyable for everybody involved. So long story short, if you're looking to experience Scotland in a more leisurely pace, this is the one for you. If you're into castles, this next one might be for you. $94 for an adult, $59 for kids, 4 hours long, leaves at 8:30 and 8:34. So be timely. If you arrive at 8:35, you will have missed the bus. And then get lost in the romance and royal history of Scotland. So there you go. So it's a 4 hour trip or a 4.5 hour trip. A little bit of conflicting, but let's create a range. The duration of the trip is going to be between 4 and 5 hours. 1 hour bus ride. Some of the history there dating back to the 1300s. Some of the things you'll see are on the words there. Nice little Highlands by the North Sea. And no noted mobility concerns, although the activity level is moderate. So take that under advisement. So if you're into castles, well, Dunrobin Castle is for you, and there you go. What about legends and landmarks? And some castle ruins. Maybe you don't want to see like a castle that's built. What if you want to see a castle that was built, but is not built as it once was? $88 for an adult, $47 for kids, 4 hours long, one leaving at 8:30, one leaving at 1:32 p.m. Very specific with the times. I really appreciate the attention to detail. So you can get into the Scottish lore of Loch Ness, go into the ruins, see what's going on there, drive along, get some selfies, take some pictures, see some sights. Regarding mobility concerns, walk a quarter mile over various surfaces, steep inclines. Time permitting, there will be shopping. In my experience, and I've done dozens of excursions, they always make time for shopping. So if you were worried about it, if there is shopping available, I've never been on an excursion where I've seen that and they didn't make it available. And it may vary. A lot of people like looking at ruins. It says it may get busy, but there's a cafe, and so there you go. So that's for you. I like looking at ruins. And then there's Iverness on your own. So you don't want to be told what to do. You're independent. You're a free thinker. You want to see it the way you want to see it, and nobody's going to tell you otherwise. $74 for an adult, $38 for your children, 12 and under. 6 hours long is the duration, 8:30 a.m., 10:32 is another departure, 4.5 hours, so 45 minutes out, 45 minutes back, depending upon traffic. You have 4.5 hours to explore on your own. You can explore the highlands on your own. You want to go look at this, you want to go look at that. You choose. And I like it because it even goes so far as to say, listen, if you have mobility concerns, the amount of walking is at your discretion. If you have any questions, an escort will be on the coach to answer them in and out. But if you go into a place that requires fees, or if you get hungry, that is not included because you're on your own. You're on your own. And then I would not miss this return transportation. You will be responsible for getting back. There are usually taxis around, but I always stress the importance of paying attention to catching things. What about Cawdor Castle? $78 per an adult, $40 for kids. 3 hours and 45 minutes is the duration, leaving at 1:30, leaving at 1:34. And you can go look at the castle right there. There are some words that go on to explain more about the castle. And then, actually, there's people that live there. The Cawdor family still lives there. I live in a house. I don't think anybody's ever going to watch and say, hey, this is 7 Continents Travel Agency's house. If you have mobility concerns, half mile over uneven surfaces, you should not select this if you have a wheelchair or other items. And then it goes on, just a lot of discretionary caution about your overall fitness if you're doing this as the excursion. The level of effort is moderate, so just pay attention. There's nothing worse than spending $80 to go on a tour and then realizing that maybe my money would have been better spent. So there is that. So if you want to do another castle, you're lucky. What about a sea life encounter? If I'm not mistaken, I think that is a dolphin out there. Normally I see dolphins at Panama City Beach. It's not the Loch Ness Monster. We know that. $138 per adult, $83 for kids, 3 hours long. You got one leaving at 9 a.m., one leaving at 12:15. Minimum age is 12 years old for this departure. Take a 15-minute walk, and then you will get on a boat with a skipper, get some life jackets, goggles, and you will go out and you will see the wildlife. 130, somebody counted them, 130 dolphins. That's a lot of dolphins. So there you go. Oh, wait a minute. There's even more. Look at all these other animals. Porpoises, seals, common. Not the rare. You're not looking at the rare seals. These are the common ones. Next to them is the gray. And so there you go. It'll be a lot of fun. Then there's some other highlights here about wildlife, what you will see. And then, again, if you have mobility concerns, quite a bit documentation here regarding those mobility concerns. Moving on, how about a scenic highlands? Get out of the water and then go look at the water. $61 per guest, 3.5 hours long, leaves it at 8:45 in the morning, 1:04 in the afternoon. And you can go and see the countryside. See the items listed here, learn more about the Loch Ness lore, some of the history. And if you have some mobility concerns, this one just say, hey, we can accommodate it, but here's some things to consider to make the accommodation. So if you have those concerns, they are noted here. What about a castle and Loch Ness? $174 for an adult, $109 for kids. 8 hours and 15 minutes. You'll spend a day. So you get to go to Cawdor Castle, and then you get to head off to Loch Ness and see the sights there. And those are the words. Pause if you want to read more. But if you have mobility concerns, 20 to 35 steps, walking a half mile. Also worth noting that in my particular time that I've selected, it is sold out. So if that is something like, holy smokes, this is important to me, it's not sold out for me and my cruise yet, I would book that as space is limited. The other one is the Secrets of the Loch Cruise and another castle. 144, 84 for kids, 144 for adults, 5 hours long, and you will go out and see a castle unless you are trying to book it and it's sold out. You won't get this one. There you go. But there's some mobility concerns for you. Pause if you want to read those details, and you will be in luck. So, long story short, if you are heading to Loch Ness, these are your excursions that are available. These are the prices. These are the ones that are sold out, some of the discounts. And I hope you enjoy. If you book them, I hope you enjoy and you get everything you're supposed to get out of it. And until the next video, I hope you travel safely.